We have officially started our fall season, and well, actually, I guess a few weeks ago now, we have officially started the fall season, now being October. But I happen to love this time of year, so I wanted to do a video that will help us to care for our skin as we transition between the seasons, particularly as we go from summer to fall. When our seasons change, it's also important to make sure that we're changing our skincare regimen and the products that we use. So one of the things that happens during the summer months, for example, is our skin loses nutrients, our collagen breaks down, and so especially as we're spending time in the sun, too much time in the sun, these things will happen and we'll start to experience those negative side effects. Now, of course, the sun is really good for us as well because we get our vitamin D. It helps to relieve stress. It lifts our mood. But when we spend too much time in the sun, that's when we start to see those negative side effects like dryness. We'll have an increase in the dryness of our skin. Our skin will become dull. And then we also run the risk of I guess, speeding up the aging process and inviting those fine lines and wrinkles that we don't want. So what we can do is load up on antioxidants and sunscreen to try to help fight off some of those negative side effects. And one of the things that we can do is look for certain ingredients in the products that we choose. So today we're going to talk about pumpkin, we're going to talk about apples and grapes. And these are all really fun ingredients, especially this time of year, because when we think about fall, we think about pumpkins, we think about apple picking, and grapes we can probably think about at any time of the year. But all of these ingredients are going to be really high in nutrients and antioxidants, and they're going to, in each of their own way, help to repair the damaged skin that we've experienced during the hot summer months that we've just come through. So starting with pumpkin. I love pumpkin pills. They are loaded with nutrients and they are going to help to rebuild our collagen. So one of the things though that we do want to be careful with is if you have sensitive skin, they can be quite strong. So make sure that you're following the directions very closely. And if a peel says to use for 5 minutes or to leave on your skin for 5 minutes, make sure you're following that, especially if you're using a pumpkin peel for the first time. But I happen to love them. They're wonderful. They help to rebuild our collagen. They help with brightness, so they have the vitamin C. They have beta-carotene. They're going to help with dryness. They have the vitamin E. And then probably the most important thing is they are going to help repair the damaged skin cells that we've experienced or might have gone through as we are transitioning from summer to fall. So a couple of ways that you can look for your pumpkin pills. Some companies, they can offer pumpkin. So if you have a favorite skincare company that you're purchasing your products from, take a look and see if they do offer pumpkin peels. You can also get the peels from different stores like Whole Foods, which I've mentioned before. Sephora offers a wide variety of pumpkin peels. And then for those of you who go to your spa to get your facials, you can request a peel as an add-on with your facial. So again, a great ingredient to make sure that you're including in your skincare regimen. And then as we move on to apple, you will find it listed as malic acid in your ingredients list. And apple is going to help rejuvenate your skin. It's going to help with firming and toning. And again, in its own way, it's going to help repair damaged skin cells. So another thing that you can look for in your ingredients is the malic acid. Again, that would be called, that's what the apple would be called in your skincare products. And then lastly, as far as the foodie ingredients that we'll talk about today, the grapes. And those will be listed as grapeseed oil in your ingredients list. And grapes are going to help with dryness. And so one of the things that we experience while we're in those hot summer months is, and especially extreme heat, is our skin will tend to become a little bit drier. And then also as we move into the cooler months, some of us may experience drier skin at that time as well. So grapeseed oil is another great addition to add to your regimen. Not to mention, I have to say about grapes, of course, we all know that they're really high in antioxidants. And when we think about antioxidants, we think about anti-aging, as I've mentioned in previous videos. So going to help with all of those fine lines and wrinkles, but also helping with fighting off the pollutants that are damaging our skin on a day-to-day basis. So grapes are another great ingredient to make sure that we're including in our regimen. All of these are going to help fight off the things that are damaging our skin and provide really great and rich nutrients that our skin has lost during the summer months. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. And then I guess one of the other things that I wanted to mention is vitamin A, as we know as retinol. So the reason why I bring up vitamin A is because a lot of us are very familiar with that ingredient in our products, but this is a great time of year also to include the vitamin A in our regimen because the sun is not as extreme. When we're using vitamin A or retinol as part of our skincare regimen, our skin becomes more sensitive to the sun. So that's probably one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring it up now, is because it's a great time of year to start including that in your regimen. And what it will help with our skin is to kind of speed up or help the process along with cellular turnover. And actually all of these ingredients that I mentioned will do that. The pumpkin, the apple, and the grapes, those are your chemical exfoliators or your fruit enzymes that I've mentioned in previous videos. So all of these are going to help with cellular turnover, especially your vitamin A. And one of the things that happens as we age, our cells don't turn over as frequently as they do when we're in our 20s and 30s. So we have to help that process along by making sure we're using the right products. And vitamin A is great for that. When we don't help that process along, we experience really dull skin. We don't have that nice glow that we're looking for. Our texture is not as smooth. And it's because we have a layer of dead skin cells sitting on top of our skin that are not turning over. So when we help that process along, now we have this really nice glow and we have the texture that we're looking for in our skin. So I wanted to make mention of vitamin A because, again, this is a great time because the sun is not as strong and our skin won't be as sensitive as we go into the fall and winter months. So wanted to make sure that we talked about those ingredients. I do have a few products that I wanted to share with you. For the most part, I love pumpkin, and it's a great product. As I've mentioned before, I do tend to have sensitive skin, so I'm very careful when I use it. But I have some new products here, some samples that I received from a skincare trade show that we'll talk about in just a minute. This is a line called Shira, and I'll share this with you at the end of my video. It's spelled S-H-I-R-A. And for example, this is called a pure AHA treatment scrub. And your AHA is going to be your chemical exfoliator, so it's going to have those fruit enzymes in there. They're going to help to turn your cells over for the texture and the dullness that we're experiencing. Then another product here, another sample from the same company, is a pure pumpkin smoothing peel. Now, I will say that this is a new line for me, so I have not tried this line. I'm really looking forward to trying it, and then I'll come back to you and give my review. But they are an organic line, and as I mentioned, I picked this up at a skincare trade show that I just recently went to. So I'm really looking forward to trying it because they just have so many products that I think are very beneficial to what all of us are looking for with skincare. Another one is your Pure Apple Stem Cell Night Cream. So I'm wanting to kind of look into all of these again for this time of year, being fall, and especially with the ingredients that I just talked about. Keeping in mind the pumpkin, apple, and the grape. Another one that I have here is the Pure Apple DNA Smoothing Mask. So same company by Shira. So another one that we'll be trying. And then the last one from this company is called a Pure Pineapple Papaya Enzyme Peel. So again, all of these are going to be really good for helping to turn over the skin and exfoliate our skin from a chemical standpoint with your chemical exfoliator. Another new line that I will be trying is called Bion, and this is called a pumpkin enzyme mask. Again, it's a sample that I will be trying. I'm not sure if you can see it there. Oh, you can't see it because of the glare. Maybe you can kind of see it there. I do this, and who knows what you all are able to capture, but I will put a listing at the end of my video and some the links that you can actually access to. But this is another new one that I'm looking forward to trying. This line called Bion, they had so many products at the skincare trade show that I'll probably mention from time to time in my videos, so I'm really excited to try that one too. This is another one. It's called the Gold Glow Scrub, and one of the things about this one, if you can see that there, it has the grapeseed oil. And so it's going to help with the dryness. But I got this, I've not tried it yet. I got this because I was looking for a new scrub. It's a Gold Glow scrub with champagne and pearls. And so we'll talk about those ingredients in another video, but I wanted to mention it because it does have the grapeseed oil in here that we just talked about as far as the fall transition. Some other products that I have used, there's a pumpkin peel called A Natural Difference, and its acronym is AND. It's called A Natural Difference, and that's a great product that I've used. I've also used the Andalou line at Whole Foods. They have a pumpkin peel that's really nice. It's very gentle, again, because it's coming from Whole Foods. So they do tend to have a lot of products that are great for sensitive skin, but that one is called Andalou. And then I've also used another one. It's called Head to Toe. The reason why I'm struggling with it is because I think they call it H2T, but it's called Head to Toe Pumpkin Enzyme Peel. And that one is actually, I think it only comes in professional strengths, so you'll probably find it at your spas when you get your facials. But I have tried it myself, and I absolutely love it, but one that you want to be careful with because it does come in a higher strength, being that it's a professional peel. And so you want to make sure you're following those directions as far as the amount of time you should be leaving it on your skin. So again, I wanted to share all of this with you this time of year. I love fall. I love October. It's my favorite time of year. But again, another great time to kind of transition and repair our skin from the summer months and then prepare it as we move into the cooler months where we might experience some more dryness. So I hope that was helpful. Next week, we are going to take a trip to the skincare show that I mentioned, and this is really where I started my career in the industry and where I get a lot of my products from. You'll see that I've done an interview with one of the companies, and we'll just kind of take a journey through the trade show. It'll be a very short video, but just wanted to share with you where I get a lot of my products from and a lot of my product knowledge from. Some of my old favorites that I get on a regular basis, and then trying some new ones that I mentioned, like the Shira. So looking forward to trying this, and as well as the Bion, the pumpkin. So I will be reporting back to you after I've tried these products, and I'll probably do a few masks in a video. I think that would be kind of fun, and share that with you as well. But look for the next video at our skincare trade show, and until then, have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Thank you.